Hey everybody, ChristopherOdd here. Welcome back to Syberia. This is a pretty cool little game. I've been enjoying it, and one of the things when I can tell that I'm really enjoying a game is that I think about it when I'm not playing it. And I have to say, for Syberia, that is definitely the case. I mean, look at this game. Look at the graphics. The graphics are not, what make this game cool. The controls are not what make this game cool. What makes this game cool is the story. And actually the characters are rather interesting. The voice acting is nice. The story seems like there's just enough to keep you going, but there's not enough to know, like, what the hell's going on still. And it seems so simple, like we're just trying to facilitate the sale of this toy factory, but there's this weird situation with Hans, and he's obsessed with these mammoths, and we don't know why. He hurt his head when he was a kid, and he's slow now because of it, and yeah, it's just really bizarre. So we're looking for him still, but in order to do that, we have to help out a whole bunch of people. This being one of those situations. The administrators have asked us to fix this thing, and they will pay us $100, which we will then pay to the old couple, which will then push our train with their boat. So that's the game plan, and I think this egg should balance this nicely. There we go. Oh, wow, okay. I actually thought that would just get it going, but this is actually a door. Interesting, okay. Not a lot of places I can go except for down. Okay, what do we got here? Seems simple enough. Oh, that's really cool. Awesome, okay, problem solved. Now I need to cash this in. Hopefully they're not too sneaky about it and they just give me the money. I really have no clue what role this guy plays so far, but he's just been hanging out there and hitting on me every time I talk to him, so I'm ignoring him now. If he wants to talk to me, he can talk to me. If he's important, he'll be important. But I'm not going to worry about it too much. I'm surprisingly, like, I have a pretty bad memory most of the time. But in terms of, like, the layout of this place and the story and what's happening, I think I have a pretty good grasp on it, actually. Which is, like, kind of a relief. For once. Because usually I'm struggling to remember a lot of details and things, but I don't know. This has just really done it. Done storytelling very well so far.
Gentlemen, forgive me for disturbing you again, but I have a little problem.
A little problem, a little problem. Everyone has little problems now, you know.
Yeah,
They are kept to oneself, and they don't stop the world from turning.
Nor trains from leaving stations.
Okay, give me the money.
Gentlemen, I have managed to repair your university bandstand.
The bandstand is playing again. This is marvelous news.
We are really very grateful indeed.
Yes, very grateful indeed. We will look back on your visit with much fondness in our hearts.
And now let us in turn honor our word. How much is it you need, miss?
$100, if it's not too much to ask.
Something about this party.
Oh, don't you dare scream.
We agree to grant you the aforementioned sum, miss. You may now leave with your train.
Okay, this is good. This is really good.
And while we're on the subject, when will you be leaving?
Yes, because now you should relocate your train as quickly as possible.
Wow, they're real nice.
Here we are, busy chatting, and look at the clock. It's tea time.
Already? My word, doesn't time fly by?
Thank you for a charming visit, miss.
And thank you, gentlemen.
All right, let's get the hell out of here. We got to go give the money to the old couple with the boat, who are then going to hopefully hook up to our train. And I'm trying to think if there's going to be anything else that we're going to need to do. He did say he would call us when his lecture is going to be ready, which will probably happen as soon as I am about to do something important. It's nice. We have music out here. I can see why they wanted that back. That's really cool, man. I love all these little automatons. There's so many different ways to put the emphases on the syllables. Okay, I believe that they're down here. Yep, here they are. Guess what? Katie's bringing home the bacon.
There you go. Here's your money. I've checked it. It's all there.
Ah, thank you. Not difficult get dollar. See? You are a real businesswoman.
I'm not the only one around here.
We pleased to do deal with you. Now, you open lock or we no help you.
Why didn't you manage to open them? After all, you don't have to be a genius.
Ma vorvat pensiroso esto? Declina madam. No se sei mar alles non comprendo en allora kaput en andere bordel. Zirs var moi. On boom telefonieren kaput.
My husband say instructions complicated. No understand manual. My husband angry. Very angry. Oh, now telephone broke. Kaput.
Now that is annoying. What are you going to do next?
We wait repairman.
Well, I don't have the time to wait. I'll have to go have a look. There must be some way of releasing the opening mechanism.
Take key. Sailor always need key for lock.
Oh, they have the key. Perfect then. Okay, I didn't expect that.
Okay, thanks.
All right, let's grab the key. Oh, what was that note that we just got? What was that? Oh, you know what I think that is? I think it's, yeah, locks. Okay, so that added something to the dialogue notebook. But we're just going to go over here and give this a shot. I'm guessing, though, that we're going to need to input some type of code when we use the key, which means we're probably going to have to talk to the station man to give us the code. Hence why we got the note about the locks. But let's give it a shot first. See what we're dealing with. Come to the lecture.
Hello?
Kate.
Nope.
How's my little baby girl? I was thinking about you only yesterday because I saw this fantastic fur coat. You are wrapping up warm, aren't you? I mean, people in foreign countries never know how to dress properly for the weather.
Mom, it's so sweet of you to worry, but I'm fine, really. The trip's a breeze, no worries. I mean, there's...
Well, when are you coming back? Frank is dying to meet you.
Frank? Oh, yeah, your singer. You two seeing each other then?
Oh, you'll never guess the surprise he gave me yesterday.
No, I suppose I won't.
Frank invited me to a big, charity show organized by, someone or another. Anyway, they got him singing a couple of old numbers from his repertoire, and in the end, he asked me to go up on stage with him. Can you imagine me, your mother, on stage in front of thousands of people?
Wow, I would have loved to have been there. Not too emotional, I hope.
Oh, too emotional by far, especially as I hadn't even been to the hairdresser. Well, I didn't even have the proper dress on. But Frank promised me he'd see to that next time. Oh, he's such a cutie, and he's got the sweetest little...
I'm sure he has, Mom.
It would be so good if you could join us one day. Let's see, when is his next gala? I'm so forgetful these days. I swear I'd lose my head if it weren't in the clouds. You just watch out, my girl. Them years will catch up with you much quicker than you think.
I'll look out for them, Ma. Nice to hear your voice. Lots of love.
Well, to you too, my little munchkin.
I'm still confused as to why we get these calls from our mother here. Like, I'm not sure that there's necessarily a point to them, unless there's something that I've been missing. But I guess it's nice to hear from her. Maybe it's just kind of showing, like, the passing of time. Okay, here's the key. Now, what the hell?
The instructions are written in a language I don't recognize. The instructions are written in a language I don't recognize.
That's just super duper. Well, the only other thing that I can think about doing is calling this company back from my phone. 2766-6742 is the number. 2766-6742. And I know we called them before. I tried to raise it. Maybe I'll try to lower it. I think that was the other option.
Welcome to the East Block Control Center. To start, press the number sign.
Yep, let's go for it.
If you are using the Haltenberg lock, press 1. If you are using the Morloff lock, press 2. If you are using the Koningpass lock, press 3. If you are using the Barakstadt lock, press 4. To return to the last command, press the number sign.
Okay, so we know this is a 4.
If you want to raise the water level, press 1. If you want to lower the water level, press 2. To return to the last command, press the number sign.
Now, a long time ago when I tried this, I tried to raise it, but I'm going to try to lower it now.
You want to lower the water level in the Barakstadt lock?
Sure.
To confirm your choice, press star. To return to the previous command, press the number sign. Your request has been logged.
Yeah, still failed.
Unfortunately,
Okay.
our regional technician is currently on holiday, and no replacement is available. We will reply to your request within 48 hours. In case of an emergency, please operate the lock system manually. We apologize for delays to our service.
Wait a second. Okay. The only sequence of numbers we know that we've seen anywhere in this entire adventure is what we just heard on the phone. And this resembles a telephone keypad. I bet you if I typed... Oh, no. Because this is the place, and this is the water level, but I guess I'm wrong. Oh, I guess I'm not wrong. Holy shit. That is awesome. Okay. Things are happening. Oh, that's crazy. Oh, okay. That feels pretty good because that was a total Hail Mary pass right there. But that saved me, I can only imagine. I've been stuck. Oh, that's awesome. That's just, I'm stoked. Okay, moving on. Let's go talk to these people and be like, listen, locks are done. Just saying. And they're gonna be like, oh, yeah, we need your wine now. And I'm like, oh, come on. I already gave you my money. Yeah, see, we got the music happening. Always good.
Hey there, on the boat.
Guten Tag, schöne Mademoiselle.
My husband say, hello, young lady. You want to talk to us?
You want to talk to us?
Right, I've got it. I know now how the locks work. So guide your boat into the lock, and I'll take care of the mechanism.
Godverdomme. Das ist eine echte Ladies. Alle zwei, range alle Dingen and obligados de dame. Ach, set content und zurück again.
What did your husband say?
You, hurry up. We hurry to travel again.
Okay. We'll meet each other on the other side. By my train, okay?
Very cool. Okay, so now I don't know if I'm gonna have to operate those locks again, because we lowered the water level to open it, and I don't know if we have to put it in place to raise it again. If the boat's sitting here... Okay, the boat's not sitting there. Okay, here's the boat here. So now I should probably raise the water level, see, because there's this one here. Let's try it. Nice. That is so cool. Watch them just take off without me. Okay. Now I said I'd meet them on the side where my train is. And this will probably be where that hook comes into play that we found so long ago. Because we'll have to pull this thing somehow. Here we go.
Hey there, on the boat.
Da, barge on other side. You still need us?
Yeah.
It must be really neat to travel by river.
Oh, slechte Boot. Eine vergete das Grund. Für mich, locker ist fantastica. Eine kleine Rad mit Ustet, okay. You guide.
Excuse me?
My husband say he like his barge and he not like your train. Too noisy. If you want to travel in tin can, you stay in tin can.
Sure.
Yeah.
What do we do now to tie my train to the barge?
Mademoiselle tak, loco coco mitchen.
What did your husband say?
You attach chain to train and chain put train with barge.
Let's do it.
Catch it, sir.
Cool. Okay, where is it now? How do I grab it? Maybe I gotta use the hook? Nope. Oh, it's over here. Okay, I could barely see it.
If that's going to work, it looks like something's missing.
Yeah, this has got to be it. There it is. Carrying that heavy hook around in your shirt for a long time now. That's so cool. Okay, so now we need to head to the other side of it. I remember, though, that the guy is supposed to call me about his lecture, and he has my little mammoth thing. I don't know if I really need that back, but if I'm gonna go find Hans, I probably should have that mammoth. It's gonna come in handy, I presume. Oh, maybe I don't go this way. Okay. I bet if I walk down to the side of the train and then I can cross the train platform to get to the other side. I love that you can see those mammoths in the background like that. They're just so, like, formidable. It's ridiculous. Oh, here it is.
Hello, Kate Walker here.
Miss Walker, this is Professor Pons. I'm about to start my lecture on the U-calls at any moment. Please make haste to come.
Okay, I'll give it my best.
Excellent. We'll be in the main lecture hall. See you soon.
Okay, well, the train's not going anywhere, so I'll go to the lecture hall now. And then I can't see there being too much else happening before we go. Hopefully finally run into Hans somewhere and figure out, like, what his deal is. Now this guy's apparently not attending the meeting. Or the lecture, sorry. Okay, and if I'm not mistaken, it's upstairs. I made that mistake earlier. Or did I? Can't remember. I think I've actually been pretty good on directions.
Ah, there
we
you
go.
are, Miss Walker. Good, good. Take a seat quickly. I'm impatient to start my lesson. My young friends, a very exciting discovery, unimaginable up until only a few hours ago, has come into my hands and has finally allowed me to complete my study on the mysterious Yukol people. Lights, please. The Yukols are a people from the far north about whom very little is known. They live far away, very far away, on the frozen borders of Siberia. This distance and the climatic conditions of the region, which are unfavorable to human existence, have limited the size of the Yukol population and kept it out of reach of the scientific world. The handful of slides that follow are actually the only documentation we have in our possession. It was a Russian explorer who made these drawings and took these photographs 100 or so years ago. Today, we owe what we know about the Yukol people and their culture to him. We know that the origins of the Yukols date back to the last ice age. Curiously, evidence of their presence has been found in Western Europe, and more precisely in the prehistoric caves at the heart of the Alps. This people, it seems, undertook a long migration over centuries towards the far north of the globe. The reasons for this migration are due to the importance of the mammoth in their craft, trade, and culture. They used them for transportation and as beasts of burden. The mammoth brought them meat, skins, fat, and ivory. Man and animal lived in symbiosis. There's no doubt about it. Mammoths started to drift away from the region due to changing climatic conditions, and the Yukols followed them to the north, to the edges of Siberia. Prehistoric cave drawings, identified as Yukol in origin, first led me to the extraordinary hypothesis that the Yukols had managed to domesticate the mammoth.
That's cool.
They are, to the best of our knowledge, the only prehistoric people to represent a man riding a mammoth. Today, because of this genuine mammoth skin effigy, identified by myself as an authentic Neolithic object, I can confirm this hypothesis. Yukol forebears managed to tame mammoths. Prehistoric man uses little imagination. He draws what he sees and represents scenes from real life. This familiar day-to-day object is actually a children's toy. As we have seen, Yukol existence was inextricably linked to that of the mammoth. They used its skin for clothing and to make the roofs and walls of their houses. They used the tusks to build the frameworks of their homes, as well as weapons, tools, and jewelry. Curiously, the disappearance of the mammoth 12,000 years ago had no immediate effect on the Yukol's way of life. It seemed that for a long time after, the people maintained their strong bond with the mammoth through the centuries. As incredible as it may seem, the Yukol people have continued right up until the start of this century to feed themselves on mammoth meat and to use the skin for clothing and shelter. Their ivory craftwork industry is still flourishing. It would appear that to preserve ancestral customs, the Yukols learned how to exploit through the centuries the large number of frozen mammoth carcasses that were perfectly preserved in the ice of the Siberian tundra. They have been able to live mainly off this enormous freezer stock for almost 30 centuries. As plausible as this explanation may seem, it seems it is not enough for the scientific community who, I will confess, is greatly perplexed by the question. In the absence of acceptable scientific evidence, we have to make do with Yukol shaman artifacts. The research department that I have the honor to represent today lends no credence to the myths and legends that these tribal charlatans peddle. We have to take their stories at face value, mere tales to while away the long Siberian winter. The legend of the Siberian Ice Ark is a very good example. You are invited to find out for yourselves from the pamphlet that I had passed around to you. This legend would have us believe that today, somewhere on a lost island to the north of Siberia, there are living mammoths still in existence.
That's crazy.
A sort of hangover from the Ice Age. This small herd has been miraculously preserved for more than 120 centuries by the Yukol's tender care. And the island on which the pachyderms are said to live is called Syberia. My friends, I advise you to resist the temptation you may have to believe in this pish and tish. The island of Syberia is not charted on any map, and the idea that mammoths have survived to the 21st century is an idle scientist's pipe dream. The Yukols were sadly among the first victims of the colonization of continental Siberia led by the Russians in the 20th century. The Kolkhoz and Sovkhoz systems, as well as the exploitation, disdain, and humiliation the people had to suffer, marked a definitive break in the Yukol's traditional lifestyle. Since the collapse of the communist regime, the Yukol population finds itself confronted with the same political and social upheavals that other Siberian communities are experiencing. There are two consequences to arise from this. Some Yukols have lost their tribal identity and have integrated into the Russian population. Others, however, have sought long and hard to re-establish links with their ancestral culture that was lost under the Soviet regime. Now, at the start of the 21st century, the last true surviving Yukols have gone to live on the vast territories of their ancestors. Nobody knows today where they live or how they survive. Their very existence would be a matter for speculation if they did not turn up periodically at the tundra's most isolated fur trading posts to exchange mammoth tusks for essential items. There ends my lecture for today. Thank you for being among us today, Miss Walker. Please make your way to the laboratory where you will find your mammoth doll. There are also photocopies of my lectures should you so require them.
Well, I think we know where Hans is gone. Where are these guys going? That area was locked before. I wonder if that's worth checking out now. Can't hurt.
No point.
Nope.
It's locked.
That door's forever locked. All right, let's head back to his lab. Let's grab our stuff. And then I think we're ready to, like, crank the train up and probably get moving, surprisingly enough. We've been here for quite a while. Had a lot of interesting characters. It's too bad this professor doesn't want to come with us, because I think, you know, he'd obviously add a lot of value. Okay, and he is back here, so let's grab the notes. Not sure what I'll need those for, but you never know. Oh, this is actually a little bit different than what he said. Interesting. Okay, we'll read this later. Let's grab the mammoth. I'll talk to him one last time.
What is it you want to know, miss?
Let's see if there's anything... Nope, nothing else.
I'll leave you in peace. I hope I haven't disturbed you too much.
Sorry? No, not at all, my dear child.
All right, well, that's going to be it. We're going to take a little break, and when I come back, we will be heading to the train, and we'll have to figure out the little crank thing, but it looks like it's going to be the same situation as the original crank that was in the train station back in Valle de Laine. So, I'm going to leave you here, and as always, I will see you guys tomorrow. Thanks very much for watching. Bye.